Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is your review for Married to Medicine season 11. This is the reunion part 3. We are wrapping her on up. We're wrapping this on up. This last episode was pretty, we didn't need it. We could have really wrapped it up last week. I guess there were a few things. We start back with the men. They're still talking about, the exes question. The exes sharing the same space on couples trips. Curtis, he speaks to Quad having to sit through Dr. G bragging about his new wife. Everybody talking about how he upgraded. And so now it's your turn. You just couldn't take it. Quad handled it with grace. Meanwhile, Dr. G showed his ass. We back in the green room. So we're replaying what happened, what we saw at the end of the reunion part 2, where Quad and Simone were having a heated moment. We done took out a few things. They done took out Quad saying, "You dirty bitch." And what you mad for? And what you mad about, dirty bitch? This is why you have to always watch this on Peacock. Because over there, it's, something, I can't stand for the notification to just be there. There's another one. And I might as well just, because I post it on Instagram, and so it's going to continue to notify me every time somebody engages with it. Anyway, where was I? Oh, Quad and Simone. And it took out a few things. But we remember. We remember what was said. Jackie dragged Simone out of there. I don't know why T was running behind, but she was, on their heels. And Jackie puts her out. Girl, I need you to go. I need you to just go. I just want you to go. I just need a minute. Yes, that's what I want you to do is just go. Well, damn, Jackie, she just trying to help. Shit. I guess she the only one that can get through to Simone. So, hey. Toya is in there trying to, Toya and Mimi, they're trying to, center Quad and get her to calm down. Mimi with her very soft-spoken psychiatrist voice. She's helping her do the work. She's helping her process and do the work. So we really do need Mimi. Mimi is bringing a breath of, she just seems like such a sweet, gentle, kind-hearted girl's girl. I want to get to know Mimi. I really do. Okay, moving on. Back over there with the men. Greg, why did you feel the need to tell Quad that she needed to, or that she had a big fucking mouth? Like, why would you say that to her? Greg, he gonna blame it on the liquor. He say it was a little bit of the liquor. We're gonna blame it on the alcohol. Would it really be a fight to the death, Greg? Would it really have been a fight to the death? He said he don't know. Shit, I don't know. It was pretty laughable. Who would have won? Dr. G say, well, he's twice my size and age. He probably would have definitely won. But if me and, what's the girl name? T. If me and T jump his ass, then that's a different story. Ha, 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 he, he. We get a good laugh at over that. This leads to Greg's behavior on camera, how he was talking to T. Do you regret the way that you spoke to your wife? And of course he does. He says, I owe her an apology. You should have been apologized. But I get what you're saying. You embarrassed her publicly, so I guess you should apologize publicly. King asks, if does this speak to a pattern with how you speak to women? I feel like you kind of went back to a place of familiarity when you thought that you could talk to Quad like that still. And you cannot. We're not doing that. When you really felt like you could come for her in front of me. You went back to a time where that was okay, and that's not okay anymore. Andy asks Dr. G about the, pressing charges and all of that, and King, and ain't nobody even talking to King. But he just gonna interject, and I felt like that was crazy. And I felt like that was wild. But but King, shh. We talking to Dr. G right now. We want him to be accountable. You just ta. King says that, he called the station to ask them about it, and they told him that they told Greg to stop wasting their time, go home. We're not playing these games with you there. So there weren't any charges. He and G get into a back and forth about who started what, Andy asks if they can move past it. Of course, King says, I've been ready to move past it. It's really not me. G doesn't feel like King likes him. And King is like, listen, I don't feel no way about you. Honestly, I ain't even thinking about you. I came in with good intentions and things went left. You had to go take it left. Curtis asks if he, you apologized to him, but have you apologized to more notifications, but have you apologized to Quad? And he said he don't feel like he owe her no apology. Apologize to her for what? She ain't apologized to me. What do she need to apologize to you for? Eugene steps in. He said, listen, there's something about being a man that just, we just take the high ground when it comes to getting in a disagreement with somebody's wife, with a woman. Like, as a man, why you even piping up? As a man, and I don't like that. I'm not subscribed to that, because as a man or as a woman, everybody deserves respect. And so I wouldn't just get the flying off the handle, at my husband's friends. For what? Why would I do that? And honestly, my husband's the type of husband that wouldn't let me do that. He would not let me cuss somebody's husband out. Absolutely not. You better not. He would definitely get me together in private. Now, he ain't gonna never publicly say nothing. And then again, I don't know, because sometimes he's a Libra. He's very much where you show out is where I'm showing out too. He's very much that kind of person. Right where you stand. Anyway, he gonna double down on it, talking about it needed to be said. No, it didn't need to be said. It did not. Eugene wants to admit that you was pressed. You didn't like seeing Quad happy with this other man. Let's just go on and say that. Let's just go on and say that, because that's what it was. We go backstage. We cut this. We break because we're gonna bring everybody back. They go backstage, fill their wives in on the foolishness, and they fill their husbands in on the foolishness that just happened between Quad and Simone. Heavenly and T got into it. Everybody was getting into it. When we get back, Andy gets right into the mess that happened in the green room. Quad wants to know, now you was talking about my karma. What's the karma? What karma did I get? Please explain. Simone says she's tired of hearing about what they did. What did you do? If you didn't feel safe with us, you kept your life a secret. What else were we supposed to do but move on? Honestly, Simone, you were just supposed to come to work. You were just supposed to keep showing up to work, because this is work. And she's your coworker. She doesn't have to be your Judy. I think that's what's lost on Simone, that this is a friend group that everybody may not be super duper close. It's a friend group for TV. For television purposes. It's just like any ensemble cast where the people don't know each other but meet at casting. But meet on the first day of filming. And they have to pretend to know one another. Every time y'all bring somebody in, oh, this is my friend from so-and-so. You don't know that lady. Production just told you that you was going to be the one to introduce her to the group. But it doesn't equate to y'all being friends. Now, over here on Married to Medicine, they do genuinely, most of them have genuine friendships, genuine relationships with one another. But it's still clicked up. It's still Simone and Jackie. Toya and Simone, but she don't be inviting everybody else. Heavenly and Jackie gonna go out of town, but they ain't gonna invite everybody else. Y'all all do it. So what's wrong with Quad saying when she done filming, see you when I see you, peace. I see you when we filming again. You ain't got to get mad about it. You want to know what's going on in my world, you want to check in, then do that. See, she feel like Quad should be knocking her door down, chasing her down to carry on the friendship. That's going to make her feel like Quad is a real one. If Quad, I guess, is telling her all her business. Girl, you sound like a monitoring spirit. You sound like you just want to be in the know. Just to be in the know. Because you don't care. You don't like that girl. You never have. I was looking at old clips from season 1. The way they used to treat Quad. I don't like when older black women do this in general. This whole, we're going to son her. We're going to raise her up. Well, we're going to teach her how to be a doctor's wife. Oh, we're going to teach her. Oh, that's poor etiquette. And now she in the back hollering and cussing folk out. But was talking etiquette in season 1. Fuck all y'all. You, Simone, Dr. Jackie. Because both of them, they were the same. Especially Dr. Jackie was real pretentious her first season. Real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Real bad. Moving on. Because, I mean, what... They ain't gonna get nowhere. They don't like each other. They're not friends. That's just that. Heavenly takes a moment. And this was also awkward and weird. It was like, I guess, we gotta get this right, sister. We gotta do right. We gotta get this together. What? Then you're gonna be back on YouTube dragging the ladies. Is it really real? Do you really mean it? We move on. Contessa does accept Heavenly's apology, whatever. Oh, also, just a bit of tea or fourth wall information, I should say. Spilly Boy TV interviewed, shout out to him. It's one of my faves. Spilly Boy TV interviewed Dr. Heavenly. And in the interview, he asked about, some of the goings on the reunion. And she mentioned that Contessa called her Respucia just before she said, oh, no, girl, don't talk to me when your titties is. So now it makes sense. Now I'm like, oh, fair game. You did what you needed to do, Heavenly. I take everything I said back because she want to fat shame, then we're going to titty shame. It's just that. Moving on. We look back over the season. More importantly, the couple strips. Every time Quad was asked a question about King, it's just like they always want to pan the camera to T and Dr. G, and they both be sitting over there bothered, especially T, rolling her eyes and everything. She can let her enjoy her man. Why are you mad about it? Why does it make you uncomfortable? The fact that she's hyping up her man, I don't understand that. Quad is asked about her liquid courage and whether or not she, had liquid courage when she was out there, when they were playing that game, and she was just kind of being a little bit mouthy. She said she was just celebrating her man. That doesn't mean she was trashing Dr. G. Andy asked about, the unresolved issues between Quad and Dr. G. T and King are caught in the middle. It's not fair. This leads to Andy, his conversation that he was having with Dr. G. Anything you want to say to Quad, and he says that he wasn't in his normal emotional state. He was angry about some things that had happened to him outside of the situation. He apologizes for responding to her in a way that he doesn't typically respond. Quad accepts the apology. She's given the floor. And now Toy said, I'm uncomfortable. She clarifies that when she's speaking highly of King, it is not to take direct shots at Dr. G. It is not that. She's just hyping up her man. And it's also not her responsibility to coddle his feelings or his emotions. And T says that that's fair. But I just wish that you wouldn't even mention my man. Girl, nobody did. Nobody mentioned him. Dr. G brings up Quad's comment about being the first one to file. And Quad is like, but I was the first one to file. Quad is asked about the restraining order or the charges filed, you know, how she feels about that. She says that she thought it was childish. You know, Damon also agrees that wasn't the move. G explains to, you know, that for him, he doesn't subscribe to the notion that a woman can just say whatever she wants to him, and he's not supposed to have anything to say. That's just not what he's just not here for that. The rest of the men agree that there is an unspoken rule that whatever the women are saying to them, you know, address their husbands. Don't come for the ladies. However, Cecil doesn't think that that's fair. I don't either. It's not fair for women to just be able to say what they want. It's a double standard and it's stupid. It really is. Dr. G ends up apologizing to T for his harsh words or whatever. And then here come King. But is it normal behavior? Not Toya. T says it's our normal. And you don't really need to speak to it, King. And you don't even really need to be speaking on it, King. He said it's not normal behavior. Toya makes it clear, listen, it's no judgment, but we just need y'all to really do the work. We need y'all to really do the work. Can you guys coexist? Can everybody coexist? T says she thinks that they can. Quad is still resistant. You know, listen, I can't put my stamp on that just yet. I just don't feel it. Dr. G closes out the segment with his whack-ass song. And then, you know, the men go backstage. Eugene talks to Damon about Dr. G, you know, calling him a coward. And he like, another man probably would have jumped up and kicked your ass. Damon ain't worried. Damon wasn't worried about nobody getting up to kick his ass. He said, don't give me a reason to call you a coward, and I won't call you a coward. Simple as that. Back out there with the ladies, you know, we look back over the season. Mimi is asked if anyone in particular has crossed the line, you know, and their confessional was at or whatever, and she immediately says, Heavenly. Yes, Heavenly, and we've talked about it, we've discussed it, we're working on it. Heavenly receives it. She doesn't give any pushback. Contessa thinks that the comments about her style, she thinks it's fun. Yeah, because she was trolling us, so she got a kick out of it. Jackie, who got the cornbread falling in all the wrong places? Who you talking about? Heavenly, like, she ain't talking about me. Quad say, the cornbread is in all the right places over here. I don't know who she talking about. Dr. Jackie says no comment, because she loves to throw the shit out there and then hide her hands. No, who were you referring to? See, you don't like to really get in the mess, but you messy. Anyway, we play a game. Who said it? Everything that was said, Heavenly said it. We end on a positive note. You know, can you guys say something nice about one another? You know, we do. Okay, whatever. Simone ends up saying something nice, you know, and there were very kind words. She said she had something nice to say about each and every one of them. We toast, and that's that. That's that. It's a wrap on season 11 of Married to Medicine. That's all, folks. That's all. We shall return. We shall return for season 12. I kind of want them to shake up this cast like they did Housewives. I'm tired of Simone. Dr. Jackie brings nothing. Like, do they have to stay because they're the only doctors? We can find some more. You know, found Mimi. There's one to replace somebody. I think she needs to go on and replace Simone. We can get her out of there. And then we need to replace Dr. Jackie with another doctor. There are doctors out there. What happened to that doctor? I think she was also a psychiatrist. They tested her out. She had a short cut. It was blonde. I can't remember if they tested her out for Married to Medicine or was it Housewives. Either way, y'all can go find another doctor. Because, listen, I'm really over. I'm over Simone and Jackie. Anyway, that's it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is Call Me Busby, and I will chat with you later. Peace and light.